we're going to move along to the main event of this week. As you can see, it's the Brandon Bayleefs and the Sparkling Arias, which is me. Chat, this is the Bayleefs' 5th total main event and the 2nd main event in a row. I think the 5th main event, I think that's the highest amount of main events we've had from a single team ever, which is pretty heckin' cool. That means Brandon Bayleefs is just such a good battler, really good with predictions and stuff, and making the battles really close, which is what's kind of more important than just sweeping, right? But to introduce the Bayleefs, we have led by Brody Ring, playing for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, currently 6th place at 9-5, 6-9, haha. Anyway, I'm so sorry. The mega of this team being the Mega Scizor, which is at 10-4. We have the OU Mons of the Rillaboom at 3-2, and the Dragapult at 6-5. For UU, we have the Rotom Heat at 12-7, with the Durant at 0-2. For RU, we have the Politoed at 3-9, the Fortress at 8-4, and why did I mess up the Chansey at 8-6? It's not at 86 at 8-6. Is it even at 8-6? I don't even know now because it again.
Let
me check.
I still have.
It is it's at 8-6. Okay.
We just went through this earlier too.
We did. Sorry.
Gotta recompose yourself.
I saw something on Twitch that I had to look at really for a second. But anyway, for NU we have the Toxicroak at 7-3, the Kingdra at 2-2, and the Barraskewda at 6-6. 2 more even Pokemon. For PU we have the Galarian Slowbro at 8. That's a 3 at 3-2. The Ludicolo at 2-1. Magneton at 4-2, and the Frostmoth at 0-2. Unfortunately, Frostmoth, Team Volcarona has not been able to do anything. But it's fine. It'll get its chance. It's at 80. Yeah, it's at 86-0. That makes a lot of sense. Anyway, at 86, 86 KOs, even though there's not even 86 KOs. Anyway, if you'd like to introduce me, please.
We have the Sparkling Arias led by our lovely host Sakura, or Aura, depending on people, mostly. She is playing for Point of Pride and is in 3rd at 10-4, with her Mega Glade sitting at 11-4. And in OU, she's got Meowscarada at 9-5 and Corviknight at 6-5. For UU, we've got Alolan Ninetales at 2-4 and Hisuian Zoroark at 7-6. I had to really look at that for a second. I don't know why. That's a tricky fox, by the way. For RU, we've got Arcanine at 3-2, Goodra at 0-1, and Crocodile at 6-4. And in NU, we have Inteleon at 5-4. Porygon 2, which have you brought it yet?
Brought it so many times.
You did, yeah. It's been brought. It's done nothing.
It's done nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
It said hello, and then it just kind of gone.
Again, Calpantula at 3-3. I probably should have remembered that, by the way, because we just talked about that.
We literally just talked about it.
And for PU, we have Alolan Raichu at 6-0, Florges at 1-1, Delphox at 5-3, and Grafai at 0-1. That Raichu, and its perfect record.
I'm shocked that I get it. Anyway. Actually, right. I think that's the end of the stream there. That's a really bad joke. That's the second really bad joke of the stream. I think that's the end of the stream there. Let's introduce the starting lineups of these two teams. For the Bayleefs, we have the Galarian Slowbro, the Mega Scizor, the Politoed, the Rotom Heat, Barraskewda, and Dragapult. And for the Sparkling Arias, we have the Gallade, the Meowscarada, the Corviknight, the Goodra, Galvantula, and the Delphox. And I'm really excited to show.
She didn't make the Barraskewda joke.
I had to stop making that joke. It's not. But I'm really excited for you to watch this battle. I kid you not, was shaking for like half an hour after this battle.
You kind of hyped this up when we were talking a little bit.
What?
At least a tiny bit. You kind of hyped this battle up a little bit when we were talking.
It was a fun battle. Like I like usually the main events, like I don't know what happens in the main event, so I can't say how much fun of a battle it was, but I do know what happens. And this is a fun battle.
Yeah, 'cause it's your battle. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, let's get started with it. For the main event for the week 15 of
The final week before the tournament.
let's go. The Bayleefs are going to lead with the Glaring Slowbro, and the Sparkling Arias leading with the Gudra. The Surf being used, doing a little bit of chip damage to the man. The Shell sidearm hitting. The Gooey, though, is going to lower the speed of the Slowbro. The switch, though, into the Corviknight. The Shell sidearm is going to be immune because of the steel typing. The Drill Peck is going to hit doing some good damage to Slowbro, but not quite too much. The Flamethrower, though, doing damage back, but the burn coming through onto the Corviknight, massively hindering that Corviknight, by the way. The switch into the Rotom, with an Iron Head being another resistant hit, doing very little damage to the Rotom because of the burn. The switch from the bird back into the Gudra, with a Volt Switch hitting, doing 5% of damage to the Gudra, switching back out into the Galarian Slowbro. The Flamethrower is going to hit, doing some damage, and getting the burn back onto the Slowbro, with the Shell sidearm doing a little bit of chip damage back to the Gudra, and of course the Gooey lowering the speed to the Slowbro again. The switch back into Politoed, setting up the Baby, setting up the Rain with a Thunderbolt, a good prediction, hitting the Politoed, but switching it out because of the eject button, bringing the Barraskewda in. The Close Combat hitting the Gudra, taking it down, but the Gooey is going to lower the speed as well, the defense and special defense of the Barraskewda. The Meowscarada comes in with a knockoff outspeeding, switching it to Dark type and taking down the Barraskewda. The Choice Banded Barraskewda, which is terrifying. The Scizor comes in. Yeah. The switch into the Galvantula, with the Mega Evolution coming through from the Scizor, with a Swords Dance being set up by the Scizor. The Thunder is going to hit, getting a critical hit and doing a lot of damage to the Scizor, with a knockoff, bringing it down to its Focus Sash.
Means it didn't even matter.
Didn't even matter. The switch back into the Corviknight with the Bullet Punch hitting, bringing it down to 1% HP, but the Rocky Helmet doing a little bit of chip damage back to the Scizor, but the burn is going to take down the Corviknight. The Meowscarada comes back in with a switch into the Rotom, and the Sucker Punch is going to fail here. And the switch back into the Galvantula with a Toxic, landing onto the Galvantula and taking it down. Gallade comes in with the Mega Evolution coming through, and the knockoff doing a little bit of chip damage to the Rotom, knocking the Rocky Helmet off of it. And the Volt Switch is going to come through doing a little bit of chip damage back to the Gallade, switching the Rotom into the Dragapult. The Hex is going to outspeed, taking down the Gallade. I almost said Galvantula. With the Meowscarada coming back in, the outspeed from Meowscarada knocking off. The knockoff is going to come through, knocking it, taking down the Dragapult, knock off the Heavy Duty Boots as well. The Rotom Heat is going to come back in. The switch from the Meowscarada back into the Delphox, with the Volt Switch hitting the Delphox, switching the Rotom out into the Politoed, with the Rain being set up by the Politoed as well. The Psychic is going to be able to take down the Politoed, though. Galarian Slowbro comes back in. The Shadow Ball hits, does a lot of damage to the Slowbro, but not quite enough to take it down. With the Shell Sidearm, not really enough to take down the Delphox either, but getting the Poison onto it as well, though. Poison slowly going to start chipping away at the Delphox. With the switch from the Slowbro into the Rotom, the Shadow Ball is going to hit, doing a lot of damage, but not quite enough to take it down, dropping the special defense of the Rotom, and the Poison slowly chipping away at the Delphox, and able to take it down. Just Meowscarada left,
I believe.
The Meowscarada knocks off, switching it into a Dark type, and takes down the Rotom. The Mega Scizor comes in. The Meowscarada outspeeds again and takes down the Scizor. with just the Slowbro left. The knockoff comes through again and takes down the Slowbro, with the Meowscarada coming in with the reverse sweep. And good
Oh my
heckin'
gosh.
game, Brody. You had me heckin' stressing. Good heckin' game though. Very well played. It was so much fun to be able to play with you.
Is that
I
cat
think
scarfed?
I'm not gonna tell you. No, it was scarfed.
Okay.
It's very it's outsped a Swiss Swim Bear scooter. Yes, it's scarfed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Um,
Oh my gosh, I just realized how terrifying that is.
that
A